Okay, so sorry for this beginning shortage, but okay, we can start now. As Marek already told you, my name is Nives Justin, and I'm head of Kovačnica Business Incubator Kranj. Today, I would like to take you on a 5-year journey of Kovačnica development. I will turn on my time machine now and take you back in 2015 as soon as my... Okay, here should be a GIF. Just a second, let me see. Yeah, here should you all get an epileptic attack of this moving picture. But I guess that won't happen, so good. So the economic situation in 2015 was in Slovenia quite different than today. The unemployment rate was higher, especially among young people. It was hard for them to get a job, especially a good job, which can allow them to become independent. Freelancers started to appear in bigger numbers, and they were mainly working from their small homes. A group of young people took the initiative, and they contacted the municipality of Kranj to help them find a place where they could work, cooperate. They took care for their better future. Municipality was like, yeah, sure, we can help you, but let us include the regional development agency, so my employer, to help us with some good practices from abroad. The co-working wasn't a very known concept in Slovenia at that time. Help us with some experiences, and of course, help us with some money from different funds if possible. Many, let me just say this one more time, many meetings later. This is the black doodle in the picture, in the presentation. So many meetings later, a task force, which consisted of these young initiators, municipality, BSC, some stakeholders and businessmen, decided on a name, place, found the money, wall were painted, some trips to IKEA were made, and then the grand opening in November 2015 happened. So we clicked here. Okay. Kovačnica was set up in an ex-high school, which was empty for a decade before that. So you can imagine in what kind of condition it was. Our beginnings were really shy. We had only 2.5 rooms, of which one was co-working. You can see it, the left picture on your presentation, which was like comfortable for 6 persons and for maximum 9 people. We had a place where you can hang and conduct some meetings, and we had a classroom in which we planned to organize some meetings. This was the plan from the beginning. Due to the change of the financial perspective, as you know, in 2014, new ones started. No national and European projects were available. Consequently, there was no money available to promote programming Kovačnica and to develop Kovačnica. So the time was that money was zero. People who knew about Kovačnica, very few, our friends, family, some people who accidentally stumbled upon us, staff, zero. I was employed that time and still am on BSC. I was engaged in BSC projects. BSC is located 1.5 kilometers away from Kovačnica. And as I was working there, I spent only afternoons and evenings in Kovačnica. I was arguing endlessly with our director. He was claiming that I'm spending here too much time, and my argument was that I should spend here even more time. Because our goal from the beginning was to build a strong community. So not just to be a place where you can rent a table and a chair, but to become a family. And during the week, I was trying to spend as much time as possible with our users, get to know them, what are their challenges, what are their problems, where I can help them. And during the weekends, I was a cleaning lady and a janitor. But then slowly and silently, something happened. People started to get to know about Kovačnica. We got more visitors on our events. We organized some excursions. We did some best practice visits. And our community really started to grow. We did our first cosmetic correction in the building. Our meeting place was transferred to a room with a glass wall. Our aquarium still has its name. And this is how we gained additional 5 co-working places or 1 bigger office. But soon we ran out of place. The demands were higher. So in 2017, in the same building, we rent additional rooms and we made a bigger construction work in Kovačnica. This is not working properly. Here are some more pictures about our construction work, which was impressive. We tore down the wall, which took us about 2 months. And so we got a bigger 100 square meters space on which we can fit 19 people. It's not working. Never. Okay, no problem. So for our second anniversary in 2017, we opened additional 19 co-working spaces. In 2017, the situation got better. Situation in Kovačnica. People started to know what I was saying when I was talking about Kovačnica. Our community grew, projects started, with it some money came. But the biggest breaking point was 2018. Director finally gave in, and the entrepreneurial section of BSC Kranj is moving to Kovačnica, and it will grow for 2 members. Of course, some construction work and some upgrade followed, but in the beginning of 2018, we set the BSC business unit in Kovačnica. From then, it was easier to promote community feeling and to grow. Soon we were subletting the whole floor, and from the initial 75 square meters, we have now around 500 square meters, little less. And we would need even more. European and national projects started. It was easier to bring content and program to Kovačnica. And in 2018, we transformed Kovačnica from dental ordination, as you see on the first picture, to cozy Kovačnica, looking like place with a great vibe. On the hallway, you can see it on the lower picture, we set up the exhibition of Gorenjska entrepreneurs. And all was good in 2018 and 2019. We got additional 2 members. We managed to set up even 4 smaller offices. They were ex-pupils' wardrobes. They have like 6-7 square meters in size. We continued conversation with municipality Kranj, how to solve our problem with space. We need more. Slowly, not in just our region, but we got recognition from the whole country. And in November 19, we were celebrating our 4th birthday. And as you see, much more people knew about us. And then 2020 happened. In March, we practically have to close down Kovačnica. Most of our team was working from home, and we had to lock the front doors. So it's really hard to maintain or grow the community feeling if you cannot be together. All our events moved online, and one positive thing out of it is because they didn't have to drive to Kranj. On our events participated more and more people from the whole country. So we got a free promotion about Kovačnica. We were back, not all of us and not all the users in the summer, but we were going back home in the autumn. So we celebrated our 1st birthday online, at home, on couch, with a bottle of wine. Let's just say I'm happy to forget about 2020 ASAP. Nevertheless, after the 5 years, we do have some numbers we can brag about. In 5 years, we organized more than 400 different informational and educational events and workshops. They were visited by more than 7,500 people. We managed on 500 square meters, we managed to squeeze 33 co-working places and 4 offices to rent for our users. And in our premises in this time, we hosted more than 50 entrepreneurs. I must say that the majority, when they start with us, they never leave us. So we are very limited how many new ones can we accept. And with these numbers, we come to the present time. Today, Kovačnica consists of 5 members, 5 employees, and we have 10 projects running currently. Let me just say a few words about our projects. One really important is Spot. You can see the first logo on the page. It is one-stop shop for potential and existing entrepreneurs and startups from whole Gorenjska region. We are serving them with broad scope of activities. So we do a free counseling, free of charge. We register new companies. Yearly, on a normal year, about 500 people visits this one-stop shop. And when we have them on location, we can also present them with our other activities and, of course, our other projects. The next one is Business Incubator. We were successful on the call and got the national funds, which allowed us to upgrade our co-working community to Business Incubator. So this is quite a big change. We are now offering entrepreneurial trainings, individual mentoring, expert counseling, and just today in the afternoon, we are starting a new incubation program. This year, we will focus on the potential and existing entrepreneurs who are producing different kinds of applications. So we're going digital. We have 2 transnational programs. I believe I don't have to say much about the OSS project. We have another one, Innovative Location, which is focusing on municipalities more and about their optimal managing of business zones to get more investors. In the third row, we have 2 projects who enable the exchange of young people and employees. Mobilize SME allows employees from one organization to go to exchange to another organization abroad, so they can exchange knowledge, they can enhance their cooperation. I think one of the most important goals is also the internationalization of business of companies. And the other one is Erasmus for young entrepreneurs. This one allows and co-finances for potential and young entrepreneurs to go abroad to a mentor and stay there from 1 to 6 months. So they get the experience how to be a entrepreneur from an existing one. Like I mentioned, both project co-finance staying abroad for employees and for entrepreneurs. And then we have 2 national projects. The first one on the left is is about the career orientation for youth from 6 to 19 years. We make a lot of workshops in elementary and high school in our region. We do the individual counseling. We help them write their CVs, anything that they get them a better decisions or positions when they will search for a job. And another one is Invest Gorenjska. It's a one-stop shop for potential and existing investors from Slovenia and abroad. Another one is missing because I added today in the morning. I forgot to add it when I was sending this to Agnieszka. It's a project named Pony. It is a national project. And on BSc, we employ 11 people for 4 months. So in this 4 months period, they get salary, they get partial part of holidays allowance, every right as every employee have. But their only task for these 4 months is that by the help of our employee, our Taya, which is in a role of mentor, and we have an external mentor, which is already established entrepreneur from our region, many workshops and experts that we invite for them. Their only task is to develop their own business idea and start a successful business. So they get a salary to work on themselves, and I think that's really a great project. So as I mentioned, 2020 sucked, but thank God that there's always but. In 2020, municipality of Kranj got the opportunity, thank God for EU funds, to participate in a call which enabled them to buy an old building. And the plan is that we will set up a new big shiny incubator in Kranj. So this building that we are currently in, it will become a school again, this time kindergarten and elementary school, but we won't become homeless. we are moving to the new old building in the city center, and we will get a place that we need and some more. Municipality bought the old post building, applied for the EU funds. Now we are in the phase of planning, administrative procedures. During the summer, the construction work will begin. The opening is planned for the next summer or maybe autumn. And I'm quite sure they will stay in the timeline because next autumn we have a local elections and the mayor is running for a second term. So it will be important for them to open a new incubator. So the plan is that I turn on my time machine again, and this time take you to the next year, 2023. So this is the building that municipality bought. It's huge. Altogether 1,700 square meters in 4 floors, and with all the cool things we can only wish for. In the basement, we will have a maker lab and VR lab with all these 3D printers and stuff. And on the ground floor, we say this will be the floor for daily visitors. So if you are not having some contract with us, if you're not renting a space, you won't be able to go to the first and second floor. Here we will organize our meetings. Here will be this spot contact point. And we will have 3 smaller or 1 big event room divided by some soundproof curtains. We will be able to accommodate 100 visitors. On the ground floor, it will also be a shared kitchen and a dining room. And it's the only place in the building where we can eat. We found a long time ago that food is a strong connecting element for community, so it's important that we eat all together. We will also have some smaller outside area where we can, in a nice weather, share some ideas. This is how some vision board for ground floor. This is the first floor. The pink, the brighter pink, it's a co-working, smaller co-working for 10 to 11 people. The lighter pink are offices. Offices will be different in size from 1 to 5 people. And the really light pink, it's a common area, and each floor also have a meeting room, this here in a yellow. And this is how our offices will look like. There will be another glass walls, but you can pull the curtains so you have some privacy. And yes, it's not over yet. We also have a second floor, which will be devoted to a co-working, more co-working spaces, and also some offices for 1 person and lots of common areas. Another vision board on common areas, we will have these nooks where you can conduct some meetings, have some privacy. And as I mentioned already, more than 1,700 square meters from currently a little less than 500. So it will be a big change. Just for the last, as we like to say, Kovačnica is a cool place where cool people work who have cool ideas. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, please.